Childhood has changed. It's a trend that has been building over the past decade and a half as technology has become more and more pervasive into every aspect of our lives and into childhoods. Lawmakers are grappling with how to regulate big tech, with 2 new laws signed in just the past week here in California addressing the addictive nature of social media, as well as phones on school campuses. And research shows these changes can't come soon enough.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And then that
In 1964, the U.S. Surgeon General called for government-mandated warning labels on cigarette packages. Now, 60 years later, the current Surgeon General wants a similar warning for social media. From products that endanger physical health and lead to more than 480,000 American deaths each year, to digital platforms that are supposed to connect us, but researchers say are destroying us. Childhood has changed.
I feel like our kids right now are like the experiment.
It's an experiment Kaylin Carr isn't interested in being part of, and she's not volunteering her children as test subjects. Carr is a former teacher turned anti-screen time advocate.
I am on a mission to prioritize play for kids who are living in a screen-saturated world.
If our screen-saturated world is the experiment, what's the outcome? Well, here's a look at just some of the data. Between 2010 and 2021, U.S. teen girls reporting at least one major depressive episode went up by 145%. For boys, it exceeded 160%. During that same time period, the percentage of young adults reporting high anxiety went up nearly 140%. And brace yourselves for this statistic. Suicide rates for boys ages 10 to 14 went up 91%. Girls that age are now 167% more likely to take their own lives. Mounting evidence directly ties these terrifying numbers to what may be in your hands right now.
Self-harming behavior among young preteen girls.
Zach Roush is the research scientist behind the book The Anxious Generation by social psychologist Jonathan Haidt. In it, they argue that the time period between 2010 and 2015 represents the great rewiring of childhood.
Something really started to change in the early 2010s. And then I saw that the same thing was happening in the UK, in New Zealand, in Canada, in Australia, many similar trends across the Nordic countries and across Western Europe.
Let's rewind. In the 1990s, kids start to lose some independence. They're meeting up with friends less and less. The 24-hour news cycle is making many parents more fearful, and things like TV and video games are making it easier to shelter kids at home.
They are part of the entire structure of this phone.
Then, in 2007, something revolutionary arrives: the smartphone. By 2012, 23% of American teens have one. By 2016, nearly 80% of teens carry constant access to social media, games, streaming services, YouTube, even pornography in their pockets. 28% of children 8 to 12 have their very own smartphone by this point. During that same time, Common Sense Media found teens reported spending an average of nearly 7 hours per day of leisure time on a screen.
Gen Z is really different from the generations that came before them in terms of their mental health outcomes, in terms of learning performance, in terms of all these different dimensions in the book. And what we're trying to do is understand what happened to this generation.
Local clinical psychologist Dr. Corey Gonzalez agrees what happened was a phone-based childhood.
They're the first generation that actually had social media during middle school. It had a profound effect on their mood, their anxiety. In fact, we had a big spike in hospitalizations and cutting like we've never seen before. So this is a generation that instead of developing socially with people, they're actually developing through social media. And particularly for young women, this had a lot more detrimental effects on them.
In The Anxious Generation, Haidt talks a lot about opportunity cost. Even if what was on the screen was benign, and we know it's often not, What are you losing by those hours every day spent staring at a screen? For kids, it's play.
It can't replace social connections. It can't replace going out in nature. It can't replace the real connectedness that we need as human beings. We're wired for connections. This social media cannot meet those needs.
As kids have much more quantity of relationships, the quality of them are declining. That is the big irony of the technological world. We're more connected than ever with so many more people, and yet we feel more alone than ever before.
And the implications are far-reaching.
You know, one of the important parts of development is going out there and having some confidence. You're not going to get that from sitting behind a screen. You get that from taking risk and overcoming adversity and crossing the finish line. That's what gives you self-esteem.
Americans are said to spend an average of 4.5 hours every day on their phones, according to the Journal of Consumer Research. That comes to an average of 70 days every year. That number does not include time spent looking at a computer or television. And the numbers increase drastically for young adults, teens, and preteens. 7, 8, even 9+ hours a day. As the minutes and hours of screen time add up, 4th grade teacher Tangi Piper has seen a shift.
People ask me all the time, have kids changed? And I say, kids haven't changed in 35 years. They really haven't. But unfortunately, what they're exposed to has changed, the peer pressure that they feel, the screen time, the phones. It's just created this anxiety among kids.
And even though phones are supposed to be powered off in the classroom, you can't shut off their effects.
You know, they'll tell me, I stayed up all night watching YouTube videos. And I'm like, what, are you kidding? You were supposed to be sleeping.
These are two of what Haidt and Rausch describe as the 4 foundational harms caused by the phone-based childhood. Sleep deprivation, which can lead to depression, anxiety, poor learning, and lower grades. And attention fragmentation. Near constant pinging of notifications means worse concentration and focus. The other 2 harms are social deprivation. Again, what's being gained on so-called social media is not as good as what's being lost. And lastly, addiction. Does that sound trigger anything in you? App developers have learned how to hack human psychology and trigger dopamine release, which makes you want something more.
It's the tech companies against us. And they are coming out with persuasive design and trying to keep our kids on the screens as much as possible. And it's not fair. It's not a fair fight that they're using psychology and manipulation. And we really need to stick together.
So what do we do? Haidt recommends 4 foundational reforms. No smartphones before high school. No social media before 16. Phone-free schools. And far more unsupervised play and childhood independence.
Our kids are absolutely in trouble. When you look at the research that's gone on with the World Happiness Scale, our young kids 30 and under have fallen off the cliff as far as happiness. This is taking us out of the top 20. This is real stuff. Our kids are in trouble. We need to acknowledge this and be proactive about this.
Here are the regulations currently being considered. California Governor Gavin Newsom is urging districts statewide to restrict students' usage of smartphones during the school day. In January, the Los Angeles Unified School District's new phone ban will go into effect. COSA, or the Kids Online Safety Act, under consideration in Congress, would require platforms to limit how adults contact minors, limit targeted content recommendations to kids, and limit features meant to keep them on for as long as possible. COPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act 2.0, was introduced in Congress last year. It would strengthen protections relating to the online collection, use, and disclosure of personal information of children and teens. These regulations haven't been revised since 1998.
I have great hope for the future. I think kids are still kids. I see so many incredible leaders out there. But I do have to say, it's like, I can tell as a teacher which children are going home to families that the parents are still engaging with them. They're still having conversation. They're making them go outside and play.
And as we know, kids often do what they see. So it's going to take collective action to change this dangerous algorithm.
And I tell them to call me out on it if I get stuck scrolling because I don't want to be there. And I'm trying to be a good example to them, but it sucks me in.
How do we, as adults, be good role models and set good boundaries around our technology? Do we look at our phones as the last thing we do when we go to sleep and the first thing that we do when we wake up? I mean, all of us, I think, need to reset and think, is this how we want to live our lives?
Or do we want to live IRL, in real life? Because the problem and the solution is in our hands.